Hello everyone. I will tell you about the deliberative workshops. Deliberative workshops refer to small-scale dialogue events where the focus is on having in-depth informed discussion. Deliberative workshops are a form of facilitated group discussions that provide participants with the opportunity to consider an issue in depth, challenge each other's opinions, and develop their arguments to reach an informed position. The defining feature of the deliberative workshops is that the facilitation will support participants to communicate in productive and respectful ways. Deliberative workshops typically take participants through a number of phases. The first is information sharing, which means getting information drawn from the experiences and views of participants themselves and experts on different sides of an argument. The second is dialogue to develop understanding, which is designed to give sufficient time and space to enable participants to gain new information and to discuss in depth. The third is public reasoning and deliberation, which result in a considered view, which may or may not be different from participants' original view. Through these processes, deliberative workshops give the organization conducting the event a greater understanding of what may lie behind group opinions. In the deliberative workshops, the choice of participants will depend on the purpose of the workshop. Participants could be self-selecting, or they could be recruited through stratified random selection to form a mini-public. A skilled facilitator will usually not work with more than 8-12 in a single group, although multiple group discussions could take place simultaneously as part of a single deliberative workshop. The format of the deliberative workshops usually involves presentations of information from experts. Any experts presenting or observing are briefed beforehand, so they clearly understand their role. The majority of time is allocated to participants' discussions. These may take the form of plenary and/or small group discussions. Ideally, organizers should vary the ways in which participants can express their views throughout the process. Plenary feedback and summing up is used so that participants can check and validate points that are being interpreted as the main results. The main costs of a deliberative workshop are associated with commissioning a bespoke workshop design and the facilitation. If you decide to recruit participants through stratified random selection, it can add significant costs. For the time expense, they can run for a few hours or for several days depending on the topic and the intended outcome. For the strengths part of the deliberative workshops provide participants with the time and resources to consider an issue in depth. Discussing with others gives participants an insight into alternative perspectives. They can build and improve relationships between participants. They also can give participants new knowledge and skills. They are a method that is rapidly acquiring increased social legitimacy and political buy-in. For the weaknesses part of the deliberative workshops, they may not always deliver clear collective conclusions. Like all forms of qualitative research, deliberative workshops are open to manipulation. Deliberative workshops only involve small numbers of people and therefore can't be used to accurately measure public opinion. The fact that participants' views are developed through deliberation may also mean that the final views are not representative of the views of the wider public. Thank you for listening.